So today I want to talk to you guys about why this economic collapse might take longer than other preppers realize. Let's get to it. Hey folks, Prepper Princess. So for more personalized videos, please go over to my Patreon page, and I do want to send a shout out to Homestead Heart. This is a lady who's been doing a lot of really great videos. She's got rat snakes in her chicken house and very very important homesteading tips and ideas. She looks like she's doing a really great job. But I did like the rattlesnake video as well as the wild boars or pigs that got loose on her property. So go check out Homestead Heart. Really cool lady. I've never met her, but I've been watching her videos and they're pretty interesting if you're into homesteading. Also, Hero Soap Company. It is still a soap that I use on a regular basis, and it is very patriotic. They offer they provide a portion of their proceeds go to wounded warriors. So if you're interested in soap, go ahead and check them out. So let's get to it. I wanted to talk to you about why the economic collapse is more than likely going to take longer than ever other preppers are realizing. So I've been watching a lot of other videos out there. Some people think that we are already in a depression and already on the brink of a collapse, and the way that things are looking, it looks crazy out there. We started with the COVID-19, and it seems like the looting, and rioting, I'm going to slow down my speech. The looting and rioting has taken the attention away from COVID-19. A lot of business and financial analysts are stating that there's going to be a second wave of the COVID-19 and a second wave of the stock market crash. So what does that mean? What it means is it is very possible and more than likely that both of those scenarios are going to take place. However, right now, tens of millions of people are unemployed. What comes with being unemployed in the first 6 months is unemployment benefits. So a lot of people are thinking that in 6 months, they're going to be able to jump in and buy those foreclosures and the depression's immediately going to happen. Well, if you guys remember what happened back when the stock markets crashed in 2008, or we went into the Great Recession, right? So what the president did at that time is they extended unemployment benefits. Most people were on unemployment benefits all the way up to a year and a half, and you could even extend it beyond a year and a half, up to like 2.5 years. It was a reduced rate after a year and a half, but you got those full benefits for a year and a half. So if you're looking at unemployment, the stimulus might very well run out. So you're getting the unemployment plus an additional $600 per paycheck. So the stimulus is going to run out. But the unemployment, we don't know if that's really going to run out in 6 months. The longest it's been extended is a year and a half to 2 years. As far as I'm aware of, I was doing research and I couldn't find anywhere where it was extended for longer than that. So what happens if that unemployment check gets extended for a year and a half, 2 years? So what that pretty much does is it buys the politicians some time to try and come up with some sort of economic amazing thing that happens. Hopefully time travel is going to be coming out in the next couple of years. Time travel, yay. But anyway, so they're pretty much kicking the can down the road, hoping for something to give the economy a boost. One of the major problems with that hopeful thinking is that so many people are unemployed, plus you have people who are on welfare. 1 in 6 people are on food stamps, Social Security disability. So we have half of the population at this point is not working for one reason or another. They're retired, they're disabled, they're collecting benefits, things along those lines. Just because the numbers say 16% or negative 1.6 GDP. Those numbers are not taking the true numbers into account. You know that, and I know that. So what's going to happen? I mean, nobody knows what's going to happen, but at this point, Warren Buffett has taken he's taken out billions and billions of dollars, and he has it sitting in cash because he realizes that the stock market is considerably overpriced right now. So he is not wanting to invest at the moment. He's got everything in cash. So if you're one of those investors who keeps putting into your 401k, your Roth IRA, and that's a normal 15% income decrease for you, then fine, keep doing that. But if you're a day trader, the stock market is way too volatile and way too risky to be investing in right now. If you're thinking that you're going to swoop in there once all the foreclosures take place with the downed economy, I hate to tell you this, and to be honest with you, I'm disappointed about it, but it's going to take a lot longer than you think. So let's assume that the unemployment is only for 6 months. Foreclosures, depending on what state you live in, can take up to 6 months after you stop making the payment. So if you're still making your payment while you're on unemployment, and that started in March, so April, May, June, July, August, September, and then you add an additional 6 months on top of that to get the foreclosure process completed, you're looking at March of next year. However, that's only if the unemployment runs for 6 months. It's more than likely that they're going to extend it 6 months to an additional year. So you're looking at March of 2022, which might be when you're getting the best deals. I think that timing the housing bubble and the housing market is going to greatly depend on how long the powers that be allow unemployment to continue and if it is extended. Additionally, the consumer goods and products are also going to be greatly increased because of that extra $600 stimulus payment. Now, there's a lot of people stating that we are not in a food shortage. I don't know because, I mean, I do know the stores in California and the stores in Arizona are different. So I know what I'm accustomed to in California, and I expect the same amount of food here, but I'm just not seeing it. I'm not seeing the same amount of food. And it's not just meat. It's bread, flour, oatmeal, bulk beans, bulk products. I'm not seeing a lot of those on the shelf. And if I am seeing them, it's not usually, there's no self-rising flour to be had, and nobody can seem to find yeast. So for those of you who are saying we're not in a food shortage, okay, I'll give you that. How about food price increases? In the history of mankind, there has not been price increases like this at such a fast rate so quickly. I believe it's I want to say it's within the last 80 years that they've been documenting. I read somewhere, it was a couple days ago. I apologize for not having the article available. I will try and find it and put the link in my description if I'm able to find it. But they were stating in the history of them taking inventory of the prices of food over a certain amount of time, they have never seen such a huge, abrupt spike in food prices. And that's just since 2 months ago in March, 3 months ago now, in March to now. So if you are going to run out of stimulus, run out of unemployment, your dollar's not going very far at the grocery store. I mean, gosh, it's a nightmare, honestly, to go to the store. I don't want to go to the store anymore, like ever again. The only thing that I have not seen go up is the price of milk. I was really expecting the price of milk and eggs to go up, and I haven't seen those go up, so that's something different. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and close this video out here. I want to know what you guys think. How long do you think it's going to take until the media admits that the depression is in full swing? And how long do you think it's going to take before it's time to put your money back in the stock market, or you think that maybe there's a future in the economy? How long do you think it should be or it's going to take until you can purchase that income rental property, or your home at an amazing price? Let me know in the comments section below. Do what you can with what you've got. Prepper Princess out.